is health insurance kind of foundationally different in a way that explains why Congress could impose the mandate here but not in some other context?
No, Neal, as always, is wrong for 3 independent reasons. The first is he completely misdescribes Congress's purpose in enacting this plan, and this is not me speaking. This comes straight from the text of the statute. Neal and the government try and pretend that what we're trying to do is prevent the insured from subsidizing the uninsured. It's actually quite the opposite. What you're trying to do is conscript a lot of healthy individuals to come in and buy insurance before it makes any actuarial sense for them to do it. Then the reason you're doing that is because you've required insurance companies to give insurance to all of these sick people. So you counterbalance that by bringing in a lot of healthy people who the insurance companies make a lot of money off. Again, this is not me talking. This is the Congressional Budget Office. It scored how much subsidy to insurance companies is coming in from the individual mandate. $28 to $39 billion a year. $1,200 per insured person is being reduced because you're taking a bunch of healthy 30-year-olds who have absolutely no need for insurance, except perhaps catastrophic insurance, which the Act quite cleverly prevents them from buying. The only people who would want, the only kind of insurance you'd want as a single 30-year-old is catastrophic insurance in case I get hit by a bus or something like that. And Congress in its wisdom says, no, you can't buy it. You've got to buy the contraceptives, the wellness programs, and all of these things that are going to do you a whole lot of good. And why do we do that? Because we want your insurance money to lower insurance premiums. So it factually is wrong. As to this adverse selection problem, it's also factually wrong. There's an 11-month waiting period. Like everybody understands, you've got a certain opportunity to buy insurance. Well, what kind of person is going to sit there and say, gee, I really need insurance, I'm very risk averse, but I'm going to become a casino gambler because maybe during the 1 month in which I can buy my insurance, I will be able to, as he put it, buy insurance on the way to the emergency room. It's just a false tautology. Again, not me. CBO didn't score it. There wasn't an ounce of testimony, a line of testimony trying to document what cause this is for adverse selection. Second big point is, look, Neal and I can disagree about the policies and the economics and all this stuff, but what difference does it make? The court is not going to second guess Congress's policy judgments about what is beneficial for commerce. They're courts, Congress is the one that makes the policy. So Neal and the Justice Department can come up with whatever policy differences they think are important and whatever unique aspects there is of health insurance, but once Congress has the ability to say that compelling commerce, compelling you to buy a product, is regulating commerce, there's no reason in the world it has to be limited to the unique healthcare context because Congress has the power. And once Congress has the power, the court defers to their policy judgment, and of course, that's the proper role. So while the government tries to jerry-build all these economic and policy reasons why allowing this case in this one context is not, as unique, what they can't do is articulate a constitutional principle that says once Congress has this power, they can't, for example, require you to buy a GM car for precisely the same reason. We impose all kinds of restrictions on the car companies, environmental safety regulations that drive up the cost of cars, just like the so-called non-discrimination provisions drive up the cost of insurance. If Congress is allowed to force strangers to these transactions to subsidize the companies that we've burdened with strong economic burdens, there's no reason in the world that they can't do it in the cash for clunker situation, just like they can do it in the healthcare context. So really, as everyone has pointed out, and as the Justice Department has been completely unable to show, there is no limiting principle. Congress has the power to compel purchase, to serve the public welfare, to improve commerce, game over. They can do it for banks, car companies, anyone else they want to.